Hi, I'm Nell Duke from Stand for Children and the University of Michigan. I am delighted to be able to talk with you about the 2023 updates to the essential instructional practices in early literacy, kindergarten through third grade. Moving to essential instructional practice number 8, again made several updates here. We clarified what we meant by physically accessing because at least one person we'd encountered thought that that meant level-based reading, which it didn't, wasn't intended to mean that at all. It was meant to suggest that we shouldn't hide books away. So we added that clarification to physically accessing. And then we added the point that books need to portray people in ways that are multidimensional rather than monolithic and need to challenge stereotypes. Those are important points that we really had not made explicit in the 2016 version. We also added here in the second bullet for this essential, we added an important clarification. Some people had asked us, because the 2016 edition called for children to read texts and have access to texts that reflect their cultural backgrounds and interests, people were asking, well, should you then only do that? And that's not the case. Children also need opportunities to read texts that reflect other people's cultural backgrounds and interests. And so we've clarified that here. In the next bullet, we clarified that children aren't supposed to just be sort of left off on their own to access books, but rather the teachers need to support book access. We added specific sources of books that make sense. And we removed at home here because the digital access could be anywhere. I mean, it could be on the bus, it could be walking down the street and so on. So we removed the reference to at home there. In the next bullet, we were asked to elaborate on why places to read books should be frequently visited by teachers or adult volunteers. So we explained that that was in order to support and encourage children's engagement with texts. And then in the last bullet for this particular essential practice 8, we made some changes to wording. We removed the word independent before reading. And we did this because it was a little bit of an oxymoron before. We were saying independent reading, but then we were going on to say that it needed to have all of these characteristics, instruction and partner reading and coaching and feedback that are in fact not independent. So it was just kind of contradicting itself. So we removed the word independent, but left those many supports that we had talked about last time. And in fact, actually added a little bit more under B there. So those were the changes to this bullet. For this bullet, we also added reference to another study. So if you go to the endnotes, you'll see a study, and that's just a study that's supporting our position from 2016 and our position again still now in 2023 that sheer independent reading of the kind of like drop everything and read or SSR or the like just does not enjoy so far support in research. So that's the example study added there. I hope this has been a helpful review for all of you. And as always, we want to thank you for all that you're doing to support the literacy development of Michigan's children.